up, guys? Welcome back to the channel here. Today we're out practicing at a local track here. About 20 minutes from our place. It's a supercross track. And today I'm going to try to help Carter get through these whoops a little better. He's been kind of timid in the whoops, like most kids are, but there's not very many places to practice them, so there is some right here. Fairly good set. About the size you would see at a local arena cross that we have here in Colorado, or at a local fair race. So we're going to work on that today. I'm going to try to tell him how to get through these a little bit better. So stay tuned and check it out. And how it works, the faster you go through these. Okay? So go through, hit third, upshift, and go into them with a little bit of authority, but don't be afraid to just get in there a little bit. You need to commit a little bit right off the, you need to commit fully right out of the hole, right out of the corner, okay? Yeah. And I'm telling you, these aren't very long. By the time you do get squirrely, they end, okay? So practice coming through here. This is a perfect scenario because where the sunlight's at, when you race a arena cross or something like that, your qualifier is going to be around this time of the day. So the sun's going to be in your face. So you got to learn to get through these without seeing the transitions in the shadows. And you just got to learn to ride them. So try to do what I just told you. And I'm telling you, when you upshift to third and go through these better, the rear shock's going to be softer. It's going to work better. It's going to have time to react because the engine harmonics are not going through the shock. And when that happens, when you're wound out in second gear and you're and you're really hitting those transitions hard, that shock is packing. It's having a hard time going through the whole stroke and coming back up and doing the proper job. When you upshift, those harmonics are taken out of that shock shaft and out of the shock, the spring itself, and it makes the suspension work that much better. So, give it a try. I want you to wheel tap this right here. This is bigger than that. So if you can get through this, what I notice you're focusing on this right here when you come in. You're focusing on this right here. Yeah. Come through. This isn't even here, okay? Come through, wheel it, and then you'll set your front wheel down right on top of this right here. And then I'm telling you, Carter, you just throttle all the way out. Okay? Yeah. Come in with a little more authority and wheel into this. I'm not telling you like wheel tap it and get your wheel high. Make sure your front wheel does not hit this. You want it to clear this. You want your rear wheel to just barely tap it. And then you want you want to not nose your front end, but you want the front wheel to just start skimming the very front edge of these. And then throttle through all the way out, okay? I'm telling you, when you hit it good, you're gonna feel it and be like, oh, okay? Not bad, not bad. You need to carry the wheel just a little bit further because you're setting it down in that transition. Yeah. You got to set it down at the face of the next one. And when you enter it, I notice you're letting off the throttle a little bit. Keep it pinned, son. I'm telling you, you'll rock these things if you just keep it pinned. But that's the biggest part about riding whoops is sacking up and grabbing a handful, and before you know it, you'll be out of it. And you're gonna have to slow down to hit that double. bad runs through the loops, right? When you're racing a race, you're not going to get through them cleanly. Some people crash throughout the race in the loops, right? You just got to learn to get through them, Carter. And if you crash, it's part of learning, right? But you can get through these a little better. I think you need to commit a little harder coming out of this thing. You see this first one, it has basically a ramp. This really isn't a loop. It's called a lead. It's like a lead entry into the loops. It helps you get that front end up and level over the top of it. Okay. So just come out of there, and I'm telling you, man, just grab a handful. I know it's hard to say that. It's easy for me to say because I'm not on the bike, and I couldn't really show you how to go through the loops on this anyway. But that's how you ride them, dude. And if you can get through these, that's where you're gonna be smoking by people. So try about 5 or 6 more times, okay? And then we'll do something else, okay? But let's see a little more commitment here, okay? The hardest part is committing to it, right? But once you're in it and you're on top of them, you'll breeze right through them. And it's like they're not even that big, right? I know the hard part's committing to them, though. All right, so I'm trying to teach Carter about a few situations that you get into. A lot of people don't really realize about just the little things that you should expect at a race. For instance, this jump that he's jumping, it's a pretty big, it's about the size of about, I'd say maybe 60 feet or so. It's a triple jump. But if you look at it, when you hit it, the sun is directly in your face, and all you see is dark on the bottom. It's very hard to see the transition. So what I've been trying to teach him is when his races come up, if he ever does race an arena cross, or even if it's motocross for that matter, that there's going to be shadows everywhere. And for something like this, you're going to have to learn to basically jump it with your eyes closed, you know. That's just situations you're in. Qualifiers start early in the evening, and the sun's going to be directly in your face going one way or the other on the track if it's an outdoor venue. So just trying to prepare him for some stuff like that. You know, some people don't think about little things like that, and that adds up. When I raced, there was things like that that really took me by surprise when that time came. You know, I was thrown off guard by the shadows that time of the day and how rough the track got. So that's what we're out here doing is, you know, just trying to make him a little bit better and prepare him for certain situations that arise. See how you're coming in here and you're like stabbing the corner and using just a corner of it?
Yeah.
You need to open your corners up more.
Okay.
You got all that corner out there. When you land off this jump, stay to the left and hug that wall. And come up in here. Look at this right here. Look at all this traction right here.
Yeah.
Make your own line. But you're coming in and you're cutting your corner. You need to carry more momentum. Carry more momentum. And open them up.
Okay.
You need to sweep around the track a little bit more, okay?
Okay, what if I try this rut right here?
That's fine. You're just coming here,
Uh-huh.
and you're going up to this, and you're cutting like a triangle out of it.
Uh-huh.
you need to, there's a lot of all this corner over here for you to open it up. Remember that video we made at IMI where I told you to open the corner up more?
Yeah.
Swing wide, and because that's where nobody's going, because there's a main line that everybody's taking. You're gonna have to take other lines. So, yeah, open these up a little bit more.
Okay.
It's a little better, just keep working that line and work it, make a bigger line. See, you made a line that's twice as long as the one you had before.
Yeah.
So you're going to be carrying more momentum. You can come into this faster and not even really have to lock your brakes up and square it off like you were doing. You were squaring the edge of the corner off. So just use most of the corner. Think about that. You got to open up your corners. Like the Supercross track, when you come out of a corner, you're wide on the beginning of the transition of the rhythm section, and as you exit, you kind of move your way over to the left side if there's a right-hand corner. Same thing with this. Just open it up more. You can come into this faster and rail underneath somebody that's doing kind of what you're doing. Use the whole top part of it. Don't come down. Don't square it off right here and come down. So stay above that. Not bad. A little bit better.
Yeah.
Takes a while to kind of break the corner in, but that's how you do it. Got to open up the corners a little bit. So this private track is located about 20 minutes from our house, it's got a Supercross track. It's got a motocross track with some karters on right now. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I want to say thanks again for everybody watching and commenting on our videos and encouraging us. We really appreciate it. We're hoping to make these things a little bit better each time, and I'm going to be trying to work on the endings of these things. Sometimes they just kind of end abruptly, and so I'm trying to make the videos a little more, a little better quality and a little more appealing for you guys out there. So thanks again.